Hello, my name is Mario Sier, and thank you so much for watching my selfie in a bottle video for my services marketing class with Dr. Ruby Daniels here at Texas A&M San Antonio. Hope you guys enjoy. So the purpose of this video is to share with future students on some of the things that I've learned in my services marketing class. One of the things that I quickly realized upon signing up for this class was how I had never really stopped to think about marketing for services. I've always been involved in some type of sales job or retail job, but I never really stopped to think about how difficult it is to market just services. So that was one of the first things that got me interested in this class, was being able to learn how to market for services, especially if they're intangible services, and how to be able to make them more concrete as far as marketing goes. But one of the first things that you learn in this class is the 3 additional P's to marketing. So we all know the first initial P's, which is place, price, promotion, and product. But the 3 additional P's that get added whenever it comes to services marketing is the people, the process, and the physical evidence of the service itself. So you get to learn about those. You also get to learn about the different characteristics of services, on how they're pretty much inseparable. You need that customer to be able to perform that service. You can be a doctor and want to see as many patients as possible, but if the patient doesn't walk in the door, you can't perform your service. So you need to be able to have that customer or that patient to be able to perform that service. So you learn about the inseparability of that service. You also learn about how heterogeneity of the service, where it is different every single transaction. As much as you want to standardize the process of customer service, is going to be different throughout the every single transaction will be a slightly different, slightly variation. So you need to be able to realize that. You also need to realize that these services are perishable. Doctor can only see a certain amount of patients. If he doesn't see X amount of patients, that's not appointments that he can book another day. So they only have a certain amount of time to perform their services, and that's what's considered perishable. And you also learn about how intangible certain markets or certain industries are, and that's one of the things you'll start to see whenever people start to select what their project is going to be on their video, their service mapping video. And once you start to see the different industries and where it lies in the intangibility scale, that's when you really start to see how difficult it may be to be able to market some of these services to whatever audience you're trying to reach. You also learn about service mapping. You're going to be doing a service mapping touchpoint video, which basically entails every single touch point that customer or patient comes into that business, and every single touch point that they're going to hit as far as customer service goes. And you're also going to be looking at the externals as well, which is going to be the physical evidence and any type of materials that are left behind, and what kind of condition the facilities are in. All that's going to fall into physical evidence, which is also going to play a part of overall customer service. You learn about pricing strategies. You learn about how to be able to personal sell depending on what product it is or what market you're trying to target. You also learn about different closing techniques, different pricing techniques as well, how to be able to price depending on what service you're trying to provide. So there's a lot of different ways you can price your the price that you're going to be offering to your market. So you get to learn a lot of different things, but as you slowly start to build along throughout the semester, be aware that you're building to something bigger, which is going to be your service mapping video. Start that as early as you can, at least the process of how the person or the patient or customer comes into that business and how they weave in and out of that business upon their exit, and what that customer service strategy looks like throughout the entire process of every point that they hit throughout that business. So start thinking about that whenever you decide which one or which market you're going to try to do, and be mindful of what kind of stock footage is possibly out there, what kind of footage you could easily get yourself. If you have someone that can get you into a business that wouldn't be easily be accessible, I highly recommend going that route. That way you can bring something new to the table and it gives your project a little bit more credibility since it looks like you put a little bit more effort. Other than that, start on your projects early. Go to class. It's ridiculous how many people miss class. There's no reason to miss class unless you're on your deathbed, but don't miss class. Make sure you keep up with all the PowerPoints. Make sure you keep up with all your work. Dr. Daniels is very thorough in her grading, so she makes sure you value that feedback and implement that feedback with every other project that you turn in the future. Other than that, pay attention in class and reach out to Dr. Daniels if you have any type of questions whatsoever. She's always available. And enjoy your service marketing class. I wish you the best of luck.